Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest Wall Tutorials. I am Koichi ZZ, and in this video, we're going to go up against the new Mega Monster. So that is going to be right over here. So Demon King Piccolo. So pretty much here, with this, I'm going to have this team, which you actually did see in the previous video. So Demon King Piccolo has been out for a week now. Sorry, I'm a bit late with this. I've been very busy. And initially, I was using a team that included the power pole to fight him, but now that I have two Demon King Piccolo's thrones in my inventory, it has become easier to get through the battle, so long as I'm aware of a couple of things, which I will go over in this video. So over here, I'm going to, of course, have my High Priest equipped with the Mysterious Crystal, going to be used for healing divination, and also using Lucky Taro on my characters, especially the ones that are going to be equipped with Piccolo's Demon King Piccolo's throne. And here I'm going to have an Archmage equipped with the Lapis Staff. So with the Lapis Staff, that is going to have Meteorite Iruma. So with Meteorite Iruma, that is actually going to do spell damage to the enemy. But not only that, it also has a chance of removing buffs. So Demon King Piccolo does have a couple of buffs right at the beginning of the battle. So this weapon is actually going to prove quite useful. Then over here on my two characters, I'm going to have the Demon King Piccolo's throne. So with this here, going to actually go ahead and do some very nice damage with Explosive Demonic Wave. So that's going to help with not just dealing damage, but also increasing the terrified level of Demon King Piccolo, which is actually going to be very beneficial for my battle. Like I said in the weapon breakdown, the fears or the effects of Terrified are actually going to be quite good. So if you want to know more about this team, you can look down in the video description down below. But now I want to go over the abilities of Demon King Piccolo. So Demon King Piccolo is going to be a question marked enemy, going to have around 500,000 HP if you solo him, then going to have 2 to 3 actions per turn, weaknesses Eodane and non-attribute damage. So in terms of abilities, his most powerful ability is going to be Teganata, which is going to be chop. So the damage of this attack depends on the number of buffs on the character. So the more buffs the character has on, the more damage they're going to take, and this also has a chance to increase the terrified level of the character as well. Then after that, he's also going to have Bakuriki Maha, which is Explosive Demonic Wave. So this does damage that is equivalent to the amount of MP the character has. So the more MP a character has, the less damage they take. So, and then also vice versa, the less MP a character has, the more damage they're going to take. So with a chance to also knock down the character and also increase the terrified level. But here, Stand Firm will not work for this particular ability. After that, it's going to have a Honkin no Chikara o Toki Hanatsu, which is Unleash Your True Power. This is going to increase skill damage, spell resistance, gives a critical hit guard, and removes all negative debuffs. After that, he's going to have a Bakuretsu Ma Koho, which is going to be Explosive Demonic Cannon. This does around 500 damage and removes 68 MP from all characters. After that, he's going to have a Meikara Kai Kosen, which is an I-Beam. This does around 320 damage and removes 41 MP from all characters. After that, going to have a Yubisaki Kara Kikoha, which is going to be Finger Beams. So with this does around 200 physical damage 4 times to random characters. It's also going to have a regular attack that does around 400 damage to one character. Going to have a Kyo Jutenshita, which is filled with energy. What this does is going to give the critical hit guard buff. And then, of course, at the beginning of the battle, he's going to have his Ikinari or sudden activation ability, which is Sento Taisei Ninata, which is battle mode. This gives Demon King Piccolo critical hit guard, weapon resistance rank 2, spell resistance rank 1, and breath resistance rank 1 from the start of the battle. So notes for this particular battle, you want to use physical technique damage on the enemy in this case, since he has resistances to breath, spell, and also weapon damage. You want to try to use Zukani and other debuffs to lower the enemy's defenses to make the battle a bit smoother. Then also fight the battle starting with full MP to prevent major damage from Piccolo, and save up your NP until Piccolo uses explosive demonic wave. So that's actually quite important and prevents you from taking a lot of damage. Then you want to use protective shield to prevent characters from being terrified and also losing their turn. And then you want to equip gear that gives you damage or resistance to Demon King Piccolo. Also, you want to equip gear, souls, and soul pearls that increase damage or resistance to question mark type enemies. So this battle is going to be pretty straightforward, I feel, with this particular against this particular enemy, mainly because of the two weapons that I do have. But with a straightforward battle, I'm not going to worry too much about him using explosive demonic cannon, mainly because by that time I should have him down by 60%, but also haven't used a lot of MP, so that should be that there. So with that said, here we go. Okay, so here we go with this battle. So this should actually be no problem, like I said, because of the two weapons that I do have on. So pretty much you see that he has 4 buffs, but that's not going to be much of a problem. So here, just going to start off with my ninja, pretty much just auto battling. So their terrified level increased. So here, not going to use Chant of Magical Echoes. Pretty much I want to protect myself against using a lot of MP right at the beginning. I have to wait until he gets to 60%. So here next, going to go, ooh, good. So I got a share ability, so that's going to be Lucky Taro, and ooh, okay, so very nice. Very, very nice. So his terrified level is now at 5. We got finger beams. So I'm actually in a very good position right now. 12,000 damage, increased fear. There, also got a direct hit. And with that there, his terrified level is actually not max, and he's also lost his turn as well. So I'm actually, like I said, in a very good position. So here I've actually been joined by another player, but that's actually not going to make much of a difference at all. But here, just going to go ahead with this battle. So pretty much this is how this battle actually works. So just going ahead with this battle. So definitely with this next battle, this next turn, probably he will be going down. With that there. Okay. So this Mega Monster is going to be 44,850 XP. Demon King Piccolo is a purple soul here. I got a D. Okay, so here you can actually see the amount of damage that I actually did. So here, 533,561 damage. Okay, so that was my battle against Demon King Piccolo. So pretty much, like I said, even though that I was joined by another player, that actually didn't make much of a difference at all, since I was actually doing quite a bit of damage, not just with the two thrones that I have on, but of course the effects of Terrified as well, and was also able to have Piccolo lose a turn. So pretty much that was pretty much the overall strategy for this particular battle, just using or just going all out with the Demon King Piccolo's thrones, and then also using the Lapis staff to remove buffs. But once he gets the terrified, or once you get the terrified level to level 8, it removes all buffs off of Piccolo. But in the end, that didn't matter too much, since everything just worked out really smoothly. And then you actually did see right at the beginning, I did get a share, so I was able to get a pretty good lucky title for all of my characters, and being able to do a lot more damage. So that's going to be that there. So now what I want to do is actually take a look at a soul. So I want to actually go over the awakened soul for the Great Monkey. So that is going to be S star grade, yellow, and right over here. So with this particular soul, yellow souls, usually biggest stats are going to be your max HP and your durability, as well as your strength as well. So here, 151 for your max HP, 87 to your HP, that's actually not so bad, 126 to your strength, 94 for your durability, that's pretty good, 112 for agility, and 86 for your dexterity, so not bad at all. So besides that, here for abilities, plus 10% to weapon and physical technique skill damage, plus 5% to critical hit skill damage, plus 7% to spell resistance, and plus 50 to your strength when this is, or when it's nighttime. So that's going to be that soul there. So pretty much for my next video, I will definitely be going over the super high difficulty quest for the Dragon Ball event, and we'll also go over the Demon King Piccolo soul once I get it. So please stay tuned for that. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you would like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.